Morning all, Thursday 16th of October. I'm just fitting my new skimmer that arrived yesterday. So this is the new one, and as you can see the opening slots are quite a bit wider, probably twice the size, and then I've got a little cage that goes inside at the top. Try and do it one-handed, something like that anyway. So yeah, that's just going to go straight down there like that. I've had to get a bigger one because as the koi get bigger, waste gets larger and it doesn't always get pulled in. It will eventually, but it just sits there for a while until it gets mushed up by the pump. So I've gone for a larger one. It's a bit different sized, unfortunately, because this pipe, I think this skimmer come out of China, and their 2-inch pipe to Thai 2-inch pipe ain't the same. So I've had to make it up using a different adapter to get it to fit, basically. So I'll get that installed and then move on to the next little job, I guess. Right, afternoon all. It's still Thursday and I've just taken delivery of a new pH meter reader, which is this yellow one. So this is just for pH readers, or readings, sorry, nothing else. Where this one, the old one, did salt and whatnot. I've just done the NT Labs test as well. I don't know if this is going to pick it up on camera, but I've come to the conclusion that that's reading 7. Asked the wife to have a look as well in case my eyes were playing tricks, and she said 7. So that's that. So what I did earlier, I decided I'd do the test again, and what did we come up with this morning? So the new meter read 6.98, the old one read 748, and the new digimeter round the back was 693. So what I did, I trimmed it up using that trusty screwdriver to 698, because that's what the new yellow meter was showing. So what I did, I put in a bit of baking soda to bring it up a little bit, and that was about 3 hours ago. And it's on the yellow meter, it's at 741. The old one is showing 746, which is lower than what it was before I added the baking soda. So something's got to be wrong with that old meter reader. Also, this new digimeter around the back, I'll show it to you in a minute, that's gone to 653. So that's got to be junk. It can't be working. And it's now hovering, if it picks that up, 658. That's got to be junk. That just can't be right. So sorry, I'm just thinking excuse me, because this NT Labs one is kind of hovering over the 7 mark, and this one's, the new yellow meter, is at 741. So I mean the 7.5 on the NT Labs. I mean that's quite, because I was looking to see if it would be closer to 7.5, because if it was, I could kind of then say I could trust using this. But what I might do, because I don't know how old or whatever that's been sat for, I might try and get another set of deionized water, and I'm going to calibrate. It did come with some calibration sachets, which was handy. I have got some still, so I think I'll order up a little bit more of that, and then I'll calibrate this, and then I'll compare this to the NT Labs again, and just keep an eye on it like that. Really, it's a bit of a nightmare. I'm gonna end up with a batch of blooming pH meters. I have enough to start my own shop at this rate, I think. But yeah, I thought I'd just let you know what's going on, really. So they've had their filter clean this morning. Right, morning all. It's Saturday 18th of October. I went out yesterday and got some more deionized water, so I thought I'd just run a calibration check on the new pH reader. So yesterday I tested the pH without calibration, so that was at 7.51. I then did it again this morning. I checked it at 7.50. So pretty close, and then I've calibrated it this morning and it's showing 6.93 to 6.90. so I tested it again by I calibrated it again, to be honest, just to see, and it went to 6.84 and 6.88. My old reader, this one here, it went 6.54 and then 6.61. I have recalibrated that again, but it's just out compared to the new one, so I think I'll leave the old one alone now. The digital meter round the back, that went, when I switched it on, it was 701. So what I've done again, I've just trimmed it up using that trusty screwdriver to 6.88, which was the last reading I got off of the last calibration from this. So I'm going to buffer up now a little bit, and then I'll come back tomorrow morning and see what we're reading. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it now, and what I might do as well in a minute actually is I'm going to test with the NT Labs. I'm going to test the NT Labs actually quickly and just see if we are below the 7 where it was when I last tested. So I'll come back in a minute. Right, so I've just tested again on the NT Labs. Let's see if we can pick this up on the camera. So I'm going to say that's actually a different colour than what it was on when I last tested. So I'm going to say that's more in the range of the 6.5 to the 7 now, because it's definitely lightened up compared to the 7. So this new yellow meter reader might be a bit more accurate now. So yeah, I am gonna buffer up, and we'll see how it goes. I've taken the net off this morning. I thought I'd just check out the pond, just make sure there was nothing going on at the bottom or whatever, but it all looks pretty good. So just a different view really this morning. They all seem alright though. I don't see any issues or anything like that. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on the pH and that really, and just make sure things stabilise now. Hopefully with a new reader and that I can keep a better eye on it, and then work out what's the next little project. I've got a couple of ideas what I'm going to do around the back, but I just need to do some measurements first, and just make sure it might potentially work, but I'll go into that if it comes to life. But I should know in the next week or so if I'm going to do it, which will probably be in this video to be fair. Right, so I think I'm gonna wrap this little clip up before it starts raining, pack away all my gear, and I'll come back to you when I do something else. Right, I thought while I was here I'd just quickly check the ammonium nitrite and nitrate, and everything's good there, so happy with that. It's taken quite a long time to completely get everything out of the system, but the filter system must be maturing now, so it's definitely taken longer than what I thought, but with higher stock levels and the way that I put the koi in, it didn't help. So definitely put them in gradually instead of all at the same time like. So yeah, happy with how that's gone, so come back to you soon. Right, good afternoon all. It's Monday the 20th of October, and I've just started to do one of the two jobs that I mentioned a couple of days ago, and what I'm planning on doing is putting a water butt here coming off of my downpipe. Not really koi related, but because I normally wipe this area down a couple of times a week with a cloth and some water, I thought as I've got the space there, I can put a 150 litre water butt there, and as you can see it is raining, so I'm going to try and get some of it done. Shouldn't take too long, but you never know. I have got everything apart from maybe maybe a 90-degree bend for the 1-inch overflow, but we'll see. I'll crack on with this now and I'll come back to you later on. Right, so I've just finished off the water butt and these guys are hungry as normal. So it's taken about an hour, but it actually stopped raining just as I finished levelling off the block work at the bottom. So the rest of it I was able to do with the sun out. So that's a bit of luck, and put a couple of the brackets on there as well just to give it a bit more stability. And we've got the overflow pipe there, not quite enough, but that's alright. I can go and pick a bit up tomorrow and just finish that up, and I might paint that the same colour as the wall just to blend it in a little bit. But yeah, wife will be happy with that. She can use it for gardening, plants. She won't be happy that I've been out and spent some money today, but never mind. So yeah, that is one of the jobs done. I've got to I need one more barrel, but that'll be a brand new one. That one was second hand, because it's just obviously the rainwater. I'm not too fussed about that. It's not, that water is not going into my pond. So when I find a brand new barrel, the shop where I bought the other two are currently out of stock. So I did go to the local hardware store earlier to pick up a couple of those hydro seals, sorry, and they did have a brand new one there. It's a bit more expensive, but if I can't get hold of one, then I know that they've got them there. So I'll come back to you as and when I get the next barrel. Thanks very much. All in all, Friday 24th of October. Haven't really got much done because the weather has just been absolutely mad. Like, just rain, rain and rain. I mean, yesterday I think my new water butt filled up about 3 times. It as you can see, we're right at the top. It's been raining again this morning, and yeah, so I think that filled up yesterday within about an hour and 20 minutes. I couldn't believe it. So that's that. I had a little delivery yesterday afternoon. These mosquito nets, so I'm hoping this will stop the mosquitoes laying and hatching inside the media every week. So we'll find out next week on no, yes, Monday when I do the filter clean. So I've done that twice, put them on there as well. I haven't done my second project, and I'll quickly say what it's going to be. I want to put another 150 litre blue barrel, same as that, but a brand new one. I'm going to put it in front of my tear shower, and this tear shower will be moved back to around the back side of that floor slab, and we'll be connecting it up from that tear shower into the blue barrel and then return it into the pond. But as I said, the weather has been horrendous this week. It's just stopped me really doing anything. I've had problems finding a brand new blue barrel, apart from the one shop that I mentioned earlier in town. It's more expensive than the original shop I bought these from, but they just haven't got them, and they don't know when they're going to get them. They seem to think that the 200 litre and 120 litre is the only ones that they really stock new, not 150. And the 120 litre is the size is a little bit funny, so I want to keep it 150 litre. So I do need to go and buy a load of connectors, hydro seals, pipe work. I need to buy some Dexian as well, because I've realised that I need to raise the height of this Dexian on one side up to the level of this, so the inlet pipe can rest on it, so it's not resting on the actual box. Otherwise the strain of that it won't do it any good, basically. So yeah, I've got to go and get the stuff. I thought it would be like an hour's job to do it, but the more I look into it, it's going to take me a lot longer than that. And also I've got to level the groundwork up for the height change from there to there, and it's just, yeah, so it's not going to be a quick job, so I'm going to put it into the next video, because otherwise this video will just drag on too long. And with the weather as it is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done next week as well, because it seems like we've got loads of bad weather coming in. So we'll see. I might get a load of it done. Bella's kind of have a bit of a investigation, see what's going on as well. She does come in to help, but it's more of a hindrance than a helper really, but there you go. But yeah, so I'll come back to you as and when I get the new stuff, but hope you all have good weekends. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll try and come back to you in the next week or fortnight.